All right. Hello, everyone. We're back again with the Earmot Indonesia channel. It's been a while since we posted our last video. So, just a quick introduction about who we are. We are basically an interactive research and education platform in the earth science, energy exploration, earth and 3D reservoir modeling. So, in the next 10 to 15 minutes, we are going to be talking about some major hydrocarbon discoveries in Indonesia, specifically about some major discoveries in Andaman Blocks, offshore North Sumatra, Indonesia. There are at least three blocks in the region here: Andaman 1, 2, and South Andaman, which is quite prolific, especially with gas resource. So here are the Andaman Blocks. As you can see here, they are situated in the North Sumatra Basin province, which is a quite prolific basin, especially with gas. Arun is one of the largest gas fields here in the basin. Now we are going to be discussing some gas discoveries in Timpan 1 here in Andaman 2, Layaran 1 in South Andaman, and the last one that's just been discovered, Tangkulo 1 in South Andaman. Here's a closer look of the discovery wells. Here's Timpan 1 here in the Andaman 2 block. It is operated by Harbor Energy, and Harbor Energy is planning to drill the other prospects, Halwa and Gayo. And here in the south, here is the Layaran 1, which is located in the South Andaman block, operated by Mubadala Energy, which was discovered in 2023. So now we're going to talk about the structural geologic setting of the area. Geologically, the area of interest is located in the North Sumatra Basin, as outlined by this dotted red line here. It consists of north-south trending structures with north-south trending structural highs and lows, as you can see here. The orange color is the structural high, and the green areas are basically the structural low. They are formed as products of tertiary basinal extension and subsequent uplifting. The Timpan trend itself, which is here, it's located in the structural high here, as you can see, and it's bounded to the south by the Mergui Basin or Mergui Deep. Here's a schematic cross section south of Andaman Blocks. Um, it is particularly in the offshore North Sumatra. The cross section showing some major plays, including the play of Timpan, which is the Oligocene clastic play. There's also some prominent play, like this one is the Oligocene rival carbonate play or Oligocene carbonate play that are located in the structural high. Rapsol was targeting the Oligocene carbonate play here in the structural high, but based on the information from several sources, they did not find any discovery yet. Stratigraphically, the discovery in Timpan and Layaran, Andaman, comes from the Oligocene sandstones, which is this one, particularly from the Bampo formation. Which was basically deposited during the basin filling regional event. Now let's have a more detailed discussion on the Timpan trend or discovery. The Timpan trend was actually targeted for turbidites and carbonates reservoir. As mentioned before, it's within the North Sumatra Basin, as outlined by this red polygon or red dotted polygon. It is located south of the Mergui Basin, which is this one, a deeper basin with potential gas source rocks. There are numerous structural depot centers across the area with mainly oligomycin age deposits. As you can see, there are structural lows or depot centers that can feed as the gas source rocks. Within the basin lows, there are often slope and turbidite clastics, as we saw before in the schematic diagram, associated with a gas trend that is becoming more understood now, and often supported by strong amplitude and DHI, like shown here in this example. There's a strong flat spot or DHI here, direct hydrocarbon indications. Intrabasinal highs are associated with carbonate reefs and buildups, as we saw before in the previous slide. For example, the Arun limestone, which is very famous and very prolific gas there. These limestones are more challenging targets, but well known to Indonesian explorers, of course. An attempt to extend the carbonate buildup play failed in the southwest of the basin, where Repsols and Petronas well Rancong 1 presumably came up dry in July 2022, even though the operator did not confirm this. However, there are more exploration targets in the Andaman, mainly from the Oligocene Sandstone play, and the industry will be closely watching the next exploration wells to be drilled on this trend. As mentioned before, Gayo 1 and Halwa 1 on Andaman 2 are similar four-way deep closures with amplitude support. Harbor reports that Gayo and Halwa may have shallower reservoir targets, the Miocene, than those encountered at Timpan, which may in turn deliver better reservoir properties. Halwa itself, at the north of Timpan, has a large amplitude response similar to Timpan, along with a pronounced gas chimney. And further south in the Mubadala operated South Andaman Block, Layaran 1, at the time where this report was published, was targeted or planned based on the amplitude supported Layaran prospects. And in the next few slides, we're going to be discussing the discovery of Layaran 1. Between Timpan and the smaller JAU discovery on the Krueng Mane block by Eni Lasmo tested display in 2000 with the Bungong Jempa 1 with no discovery reported. Along with the wildcat drilling, a Timpan appraisal is planned for early 2024, which is Timpan 2, which will be drilled southwest of the Timpan 1 discovery. With a potential major multi-TCF gas trend revealed at Timpan and several exploration and appraisal wells committed on these blocks, the South Andaman region of the North Sumatra Basin will be keenly watched as the long tradition of gas development in Indonesia receives yet another lease of life. And let's have a closer look of the Timpan prospect seismic section. Here in the middle, shown by the orange arrow, is the Timpan prospect itself. It is supported by the prominent flat spot or direct hydrocarbon indication. And there is a closer look here. It's showing the flat spot is very obvious in the Timpan structure. So in summary, the Timpan 1, the well was drilled to a total vertical depth of more than 13,000 feet subsea. The well encountered 390 feet gas column in the height with a high net to gross, mainly fine-grained sandstone reservoir, with a relatively low permeability of 1 to 10 millidarcy, but it's still contributing to gas production. A full data acquisition program has been completed, including wireline logging, and they have already recovered 240 feet of core and also a DST, drilled stem test. Based on the test, the well flowed on a test at 27 mm SCFD on gas and close to 2,000 barrels of oil per day of associated condensate through the choke. While the well has encountered a material gas accumulation, further work will be required to establish commerciality and the full potential of this play across the license. And based on a preliminary estimation, the mid-case resource for Timpan is about 1 TCF with a 6 to 12 TCF target volume across the entire play. That's a quite significant um, resource in this area. Just additional notes on Timpan 1 gas discovery. It's definitely a play opening well, especially for the Oligocene Sandstone reservoir. It has significantly de-risked multiple prospects across the Andaman acreage. It has encountered 390 feet of gas column in a high net to gross reservoir with a 1 to 10 millidarcy permeability. Comprehensive data acquisition, including core and flow tests, was conducted, and reservoir quality under review. And it's located in the close proximity to major natural gas markets. And additional 3D seismic acquisition completed over the eastern area of Andaman 2. Hence the further drilling plan as throughout the years. As we can see here, Andaman 2 itself is operated by Harbor. The South Andaman is actually operated by Mubadala, which Harbor has 20% of the interest. And same with the Andaman 1, which is operated by Mubadala with 20% interest from Harbor. And here's the summary of the next discovery, which is Layaran 1, which is located at the South Andaman Block. Layaran 1 itself, it's located in the South Andaman Block. It's operated by Mubadala. The discovery has potential gas in place for more than 6 TCF. Mubadala drilled to a depth of more than 4,000 meters in 1,200 meters water depth. It is Mubadala's first deep water operation. Layaran 1 has encountered an extensive gas column with thickness over 230 meters in an Oligocene Sandstone reservoir. Complete data acquisition, including wireline coring, sampling, and DST, were conducted. The well has successfully flowed over 30 mm CFD of excellent gas quality. WoodMac estimates an initial 3.3 TCF of recoverable resource, which would make Layaran the second largest deepwater discovery globally in 2023. Very interesting. And the most recent discovery, which is also in South Andaman Block, is Tangkulo 1. It is another substantial gas discovery from the Tangkulo 1 exploration well, drilled in South Andaman about 65 kilometers offshore North Sumatera, Indonesia. The discovery marks the second deepwater well operated by the company. Tangkulo 1 was drilled to a depth of 3,400 meters in 1,200 meters water depth just a few months after the major discovery of the Layaran 1 well. So it's very encouraging. They have a back-to-back discoveries in South Andaman. The Tangkulo 1 encountered 80 meters of gas column in a good quality Oligocene sandstone again. So it's a Oligocene sandstone play, which confirmed trough through an extensive data gathering campaign that includes obtaining a full core of 72 meters. So they have acquired the core 72 meter thick. They acquired wireline logs, sidewall cores, pressure and fluid sampling. And based on the DST, they successfully flowed 47 mm CFD of the excellent gas quality and 1,300 barrels of condensate. And again, with Mackenzie estimated now with the discovery of Tangkulo 1, a resource of 11 TCF of gas in the region. So it's a good discovery and very promising for this region, especially for the Andaman region. And speaking of the development plan, based on several sources, it was mentioned that the wells will be tied to an FPSO, a floating production storage and offloading facility, and it will be retied back to Arun LNG facility for either or both domestic market and export. And of course, there is also always opportunity for integration with the other areas, as we have seen before in South Andaman. They have discovered Layaran and also Tangkulo, which could be tied as well with this facility through the FPSO and also through the Arun LNG terminal and facility. Okay, that's just a quick summary of the major discoveries in Andaman area, offshore North Sumatra. Thanks for watching, and if you feel this video is useful, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. Thank you, and see you later. Bye now.